Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Right now I'm in the US and I am driving the 2019 Jeep Wrangler Sahara Edition. So this is a work trip as well as a sort of a holiday trip, and I will try my best to do complete justice for this video, which is featuring 2019 Jeep Wrangler Sahara Edition. So I picked up the Wrangler from Washington DC. Right now I am driving towards Cleveland. So as we are on the highway, I will take the opportunity to talk about this SUV's interior. To be honest, this is, to put it in one word, it's a completely unforgettable interior. It has the right blend of Jeep's history, ruggedness and technology to deliver a proper Jeeping experience. This MID is supposed to be the middle range MID, I believe. This is probably a 7-inch display, and the touch is also decently intuitive. And as we speak about the interior, I had noticed two things which are quirky, which have to be pointed out. One is that the power window switches are placed out here, and it takes time getting used to, and they could be of slightly better quality. Second, as we are on the highway, we cross 60 miles per hour, 70 miles per hour. The wind noise is completely obtrusive, and it is really not one of the, it is definitely not the quietest cabin I've been in. One primary reason for high wind noise is because the roof is having no insulation, and it is a hard top, and it is a removable hard top. So that could be definitive property which the Jeep brand would want to retain, and they really did not bother about giving insulation in favor of removable hard top. So good thing. Another quick point is this entire roll cage like feeling is absolutely properly Jeeping experience, to be honest, and it's definitely adding to the entire masculinity of the cabin. So in the quest of reaching Cleveland without stopping for fuel, we are running low on fuel right now. I'll just show you. So let's just hope we have a fuel station coming very soon, because our destination is like 26 miles away and the range is only 30 miles. So I'm really hoping that we get a fuel station now. So finally, just after we spoke, I found a petrol station. I had to take the ramp outside the highway, but it was really required. So what I'm filling right now is 87 octane regular petrol, and because this is a 3.6 liter V6 petrol engine, about 285 horsepower, 350 Nm. We'll get to the engine later, but thankfully we have petrol now. So people thinking about the fuel economy, this is pretty much okay when it comes to the weight and size of the engine. So I believe it's returning right now around 9.5 kilometers per liter, which is not that bad. So let's just get back on the highway now. So now we finally reached Cleveland, and it's a good time to talk about the car's exteriors. Up front, the Wrangler stays true to its heritage with the iconic round headlamps and the 7-slot grille design. The rear retains the spare wheel and a typical bolt-on look for the tail lamps. From the side, thanks to the massive fenders, which by the way can accommodate 35-inch tires, the high ground clearance and boxy proportions give the Wrangler a very confident 4x4 stance. Right now we are on the way to New York, and we have departed from Cleveland. New York is approximately 450 miles from here. It's a big distance, and I think we should be there well before dinner. So yes, we are in the Jeep Wrangler Sahara, traveling on the American highways, and this is as American as it gets. So let's just talk. I wanted to talk about two things about the Wrangler, particularly about the ride quality. As we are on the highway, the ride quality is really acceptable. I say acceptable because out in the city it was really bumpy. This is a fairly new car. When we got it, it was around 2000 miles on the odometer. So I really don't know when was the last time the air was checked. However, on the highway, the ride quality is definitely much more livable. Next bit I wanted to talk about was the handling. We did drive past a few rain showers, and the car was pretty much good at lower speeds. Well, at high speeds in rain, it is still not confidence inspiring, and I had to slow down to be in feeling safe. Whereas on the highway, on dry roads, considering it's a high ground clearance, high height, 4x4 vehicle, it's still not bad at all. It's just that the steering is not that confidence inspiring, but that's okay. I'm really sure the previous generation Wranglers were not as good as this one, so it's still a very good cruiser, and if you don't do or attempt any silly speeds. Speaking about speeds, the current engine what we are running is the V6 engine, which is the 3.6 liter engine, 285 horsepower as I said previously. There's one more engine which has been introduced recently by Jeep in this generation of the Wrangler, which is the 2-liter turbo petrol, and that is supposed to be 35% more economical than this 6-cylinder, and is going to be having, it is having around slightly more torque figure than this 6-cylinder engine as well. This does feel strained when you really go pedal to the metal, but however the manual mode, see, there's no feeling. 6th gear, 5th gear, okay, we are going a bit above limit. So yeah, this doesn't feel torquey at all, and however it should be giving a good amount of power to come out of tricky off-road conditions, and that's what this car is meant for. A quick couple of words about the Sahara edition. Previously I thought it's sort of a special edition, but I was wrong, because when I went online and researched about the Sahara spec variant, it's just another variant, just how the Wrangler Sport, Sport S, Sahara, then there is the Rubicon, and then there is a limited edition Moab. So, but this is just a variant, so does not have anything special. It does have a few Sahara badges on the exteriors, as well as outside of the seat we see Sahara badging. So that's what it is. The pricing of the Wrangler in the US starts from about $27,000 and goes up to about $40,000, and that is the correct pricing. So if you convert that to INR, that's around 20 to 30 lakh rupees. So yes, I would pay 20 to 30 lakh rupees for the Wrangler in India, but not the amount of money Jeep India is charging in India. So truly there should be some strategy Jeep India should have to localize, to produce the Wrangler in India, and give us more variants as well. And definitely a manual gearbox would be a great welcome. So what better way to shoot the conclusion of the video at Times Square itself. So we started all the way from DC and traveled all the way to New York, and we did approximately 900 miles. That's almost the distance from Mumbai to Delhi. And on that note, thanks for watching.